Welcome back, guys. I wanted to do a quick 6.5 diesel update. I've been beating my head off the wall trying to figure this thing out today. And well, I was having issues with it leaking a massive amount of fuel. And if you know anything about these, they've got issues with the fuel filter housing there. So I had that off. The entire valley of the engine was just full of leaves and debris, mouse product, everything. So I took a shop vac and I was able to get underneath it from the backside and clean all that out. But I want to show you what I found here. We'll go in the barn, show you how much of a leak I had here. You can see what's left. I wiped most of it up, but that's what's left of it. And turn these lights on here. So, I was not expecting this. I use this here to kind of clean everything out. But look at this filter. Good Lord. Wow. That is bad. So, I ordered a filter anyway about 3 days ago, and well, I took that housing off and I stuck it in here, used some brake clean, and I cleaned it all up. And on the bottom side of that housing, there's a little nut. Kind of looks like this, but it's a small one. And that holds on the fuel heater. Well, it was leaking from that, and it was running down the back side of the engine, and that's what caused that mess over there. So I went in town. I went looking for an O-ring. Couldn't find one anywhere. I've got a couple kits here, Metric and SAE. I didn't have one in those kits, so sorry, I'm going to go in town. So I ended up going to AutoZone. They didn't even know how to look it up. So anyway, that's another story. I went to Napa. He knew exactly what to look for, but he didn't have one. So what I did is I went ahead. Here's the box to the fuel filter. I went ahead and bought a new fuel filter. While I was at AutoZone, I had like a $10 credit. So ended up, that was like $15, under $15. So I bought that, and I came back and I was thinking, how am I going to get an O-ring so that I can get this thing running? Well, for you guys that don't know, well, let me grab a different one here. Up here, I've got gaskets for Briggs, Kohler, Tecumseh, more gaskets. I used to run a small engine repair business, and it just so happens, here's the O-ring that came out of it, and it's kind of, you can see it's flattened. I did not want to just tighten it up and make it work again. Hopefully these, let me see here. I'm not sure if this is the right one or not, but there are gaskets or O-rings that go on a small engine carburetor bowl. You put that on, you stick your bowl up on the carburetor, and you put the nut on. That just happened to be the exact same size as this. So for any of you people that are having a hard time finding what you need, you can always get a small engine repair or a small engine seal O-ring and use that in place of this. It was a square one, but it doesn't matter. So did that. All right, so got that done. Got this all taken out, cleaned out really good. I even disconnected the line from the pump here, and actually that's not the one. It's this one here. I disconnected that, and I blew air through that line out towards the back of the motor so that I wasn't going to push any debris up inside of here because it was so nasty. So I got that all put back together with the new filter, got it bled. I loosened up that hose, turned the pump on, and let it bleed all the air out to the injection pump. The problem I'm having is this truck will go driving down the road and it'll just die. And then it won't want to start. You let it sit for a minute, start back up, it'll die again after about 500 feet. So I pretty much inched it home 500 feet at a time. When I got home, I started playing around with this here. This is your fuel shutoff solenoid, and this wire broke off. So I had to order a fuel shutoff solenoid. It'll be here in about a week, and we'll get that changed out. That could have been the culprit. The other thing about this is your PMD, which is right here. I got my finger on it where the barcode is. That's still in the valley, so it could be the PMD also. I went ahead and I ordered the Leroy Diesel kit, the relocation kit, which you unplug that, run the wire down, and it's going to mount right. You're going to take this license plate off, and you're going to put a longer bolt through and mount it on the back side of the bumper. So I do have that on order as well. So that should eliminate, hopefully that will eliminate our issue with running and dying non-stop. Okay, so fuel system is covered. Now, I kept getting a service engine soon light that would come on, and it had a code that was 32. I figured out how to jumper the OBD1 plug, and that had to do with this boost sensor here. Now I want to take this off. This bolt came out fine. That one almost wanted to break. I had to work it a little bit, and I finally got it. Put it all back together with the anti-seize after I cleaned it with MAP sensor cleaner. Still had the same problem. So I come over here, and I was looking at right here. You got a bar that comes off of this canister. Now the way this works is you have a vacuum pump down here. The vacuum pump sends vacuum to this solenoid, these 3 solenoids I should say. From there it sends vacuum over to this canister. This canister operates this arm, which operates your waste gate for your turbo. Well, that was locked up, and it wasn't the valve on the waste gate, it was this canister was locked up. So ended up working that back and forth, got that freed up. Made a huge difference in power, and between that and cleaning that boost sensor, took care of the engine light. So that doesn't come on anymore. Now, since I went ahead and I ordered the fuel shutoff valve, the PMD relocation kit, I went ahead and I also got a lift pump, which is underneath the driver's door on the frame rail. So we're going to go ahead and put a brand new lift pump on too, even though it's working. I want to take it off, put it in the glove box, and I'll keep it as a spare in case the other one fails. But I do want to put the new one on. So I do have that on order. This engine too, and you can't see it, but down all the way at the bottom there, it's got a bad harmonic balancer. The rubber is actually missing on part of it, and it's starting to come out. So that's going to have to get addressed, because these engines are sensitive to that, and I do not want to blow it up. So I ended up ordering a harmonic balancer, and I ordered the harmonic balance pulley that also screws to that. So hopefully in about a week here, we'll make a video on changing out all those parts. And I also ordered a front crank seal, because that is leaking now too. So we took care of most all the other leaks. We got the fuel leak taken care of, and now the only thing that I know of that's leaking is actually the front crank seal. So we'll get that done while we have the harmonic balancer off, and hopefully we don't have any more leaks. All right, so while I'm waiting on parts, I think we're gonna go ahead and install this CB radio. Not sure if I'm gonna make a video on that or not, but definitely wanna get that done. So hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button, and I will see you on the next video.